The ideal team, I think, for last 10 years in venture capital, it's always three factors. One is strategic, one technical, and one like sales marketing.
You're listening to 15-Minute Mastery, a show that empowers you with insights from leading iGaming experts to enhance your personal or business performance. The show is brought to you by the AI-powered data analytics platform Blask and supported by tech-driven affiliate and media company Already Media, Lala Stars, the leading casino partnership program, and Next.io, the world's iGaming community. Welcome back to 15-Minute Mastery. Today, we're diving into the world of early-stage startup investments with a true industry leader. I'm thrilled to announce Vladimir, the CEO and managing partner at Xanada Investments. His firm specializes in pre-seed, seed, and Series A funding, making him the perfect guide to help us understand what it takes for startups to secure that crucial early-stage investment. Vladimir is the great example of business development and commercial mind with a great expertise and proven track record. My friend, welcome to 15-Minute Mastery.
Hey guys, thank you a lot for inviting me. It's really an honor for me to be here.
Thanks a lot. So let's start with our first question, investment criteria. I think this is something which bothers a lot of minds in our industry and people in iGaming, especially in the startup segment. So what are the key factors Xanada Investments looking for when considering a seed stage startup for investment?
It's difficult to find any kind of financial triggers, unit economy, and other stuff. The first thing is always important. It's team. You need to present your team, your experience in the greatest way to show your strong sides, to show what you're expert in, what you can do, and so on. The next, of course, like the idea of the project and the market. Like, if you're expert in casino and you're trying to launch some e-commerce market, it's probably will be not suitable for investors. If you're doing the whole time your B2B business, you're expertise in this and you're going to launch a new one B2B business, it's always good. I think this is two main factors that everybody is looking for. And of course, like your P&L, you're planning from the point of how you're planning and how you're making the goals. Don't be afraid to make very big goals, but don't try to make them huge and unreachable. So the planning is very important for the startup because it's showing is it your mindset, your vision, the market analysis. There are a lot of things to donate, and just be ready to realize them.
Mm-hmm. Thanks a lot. So I heard three components which I really want to dig deeper into. So I heard the first one was team, then unit economy and financial projections. So let's start with the first one. Team. How much emphasis do you place on the founding team when evaluating early stage startups? Like what qualities do you look for in founders?
The ideal team, I think, for last 10 years in venture capital, it's always three factors. One is strategic, one technical, and one like sales marketing. Depends on like B2C or B2B project. So this is ideal variant, let's imagine. If you have no founder from any kind of these stages, probably you need to find somebody from your employees or from who will join and cover this point of the team. Inside iGaming, nothing changes. If you're launching some platform or B2C brand, sportsbook, you need very strategic guy with experience and vision in it. You need very experienced technical guy, and of course, like the marketer, because you know exactly that without marketing, without traffic, there's no sense to launch it.
I was chatting with a friend recently, and he said that to Eddie from stake.com, he can give any amount of investment at any valuation. So kind of referring back to his like current results and the track record. So do you think track record of the founders is actually one of the most important elements, or you would have preferred like you mentioned, like a team of seasonal experts who are, well combined with each other in the perfect team against, the track record and like legendary status of the founder?
I had a conversation with one of my friends before, and statistics shows that if you have a superstar track record in one company, 70% of the second company will be failed. So I can't put only on this. Of course, it's important to see a good track record. Of course, it's important to see like really fire in the eyes, like it's told. You feel it usually when
Yeah.
people are doing something they really want to do, and but only because somebody launched something great, I don't know, 5 years ago, it doesn't mean like after five he or she can launch the second brand as well. So choosing probably some exclusive way, yes, I will choose some track record. But if we're talking about serial investment, I will give advantage to the team.
Awesome. Thank you. I really like your answer. So next one, from your first answer was the unit economy. So at what stage do you expect startups to have proven unit economies? How do you evaluate this for a very early stage companies?
Very nice question. Unit economy is a kind of theme that understanding of the business, first of all. If we're speaking about projects in iGaming, there are a lot of options to take their benchmarks. There's VIX, there's Blask, there are a lot of smaller services. So I really assume they're not so very expensive. So even on the startup stage, you can invest some money and collect data. If you are working in the industry, there are a lot of friends possibly or the projects. And what I really enjoy in our industry, you can speak with everybody. So when we're talking about unit economy, there are a lot of benches, and I expect it even in early stage. Everybody's understanding that, of course, like it doesn't mean that 100% it will like crucial to be the same that you have shot, but at least you will have several options of understanding. You will understand how to build it. You will understand different models, and you will choose the best one that suits you. And only understanding of something which is already historical can give you an option to create something new. Because without understanding this, you can't just come to the market from the feet, from 2 feet, entering the door and like, I've created a new system. No, you firstly need to understand and create something new, or just adjust old scope.
Thank you. I think it leads me to one quick question before we jump into financial projections about actually traction and whether traction is more important than potential of the projects. Like, are these cases where potential can really outweigh lack of traction, based on your unit economics reply?
It's very, again, like case by case. In our portfolio, we had one case for 5 projects that invested now, where we put really effort fully inside the team without any kind of traction, without any product prepared. The guys were fully represented their experience. They worked in top companies. They did a lot of good things in top companies. And when we're speaking with them, the full analysis about market, about products, why do they need this product to be created? Why exactly in this way, and what the problems with other competitors, how they can win them. So it was fully clear understanding. Yes, they have no numbers because a kind of new way of project, new way of like position of it. But at least they fully understand the market and they can answer all our questions. And their experience show that they probably really know what they are telling about. So in such cases, when you're coming as a startup to invest and you really know that your new idea and your product will solve a lot of problems of your potential customers, and your experience prove that you are not taking it from your head, yeah, I will invest even without traction. I will give it potential.
Wow. Okay. This is really interesting. I think, not many investment companies in iGaming, especially right now, believe in the future and, less cash oriented and cash driven. So I really like your thoughts and your approach because it's very similar to mine as well. Okay. So the team was the first, unit economics was the second, and then we got financial projection. So what level of financial projections do you expect to see from the seed stage startups? How do you assess their realism?
We know both that for financial projections for the startups are always well promising. It's good. Honestly, it's good. Even if you target 1 million and you reach like 700,000, it's okay, no problem. But if you're targeting only like 100K and like, I don't know, 5 years, I think nobody will invest in you. So the financial projections is quite important. I'm not trying to make very, very deep financial projections about like, okay, office will cost you $100. I don't know, like you will have like 50, 55 employees with this such split of duties. Now, financial projections should include very simple things. How much are you going to spend on which major categories? What are you going to do? Where you're going to earn? How you're going to earn? And again, based on benchmarks, how many clients and what is the potential churn rate, retention rate? How are you going to manage this? Very simple things just to understand when the investor can potentially return their money, what the categories of growing of your expenses should be. Like probably it's employees, or probably it's traffic, I don't know, offices, traveling, sales, whatever it is. So the main categories of your expenses. In average, on the first way of financial projections, there is around 30% of mistakes. After half a year, if everything goes well and you have already traction, it's possible to have only like 10-15% of mistakes.
Oh, this is really interesting. I was chatting with a group of people who probably invested around $200 million in the last few years. And when I was chatting with them about financial projections, we came to a very interesting point, and I want to run this through you. So with the current state of digital marketing and the digital era of iGaming, it's very hard to build projections for like 3-5 years upfront. And we kind of came to conclusion that the projection which comes after the first year is becoming insanely inaccurate, especially for the early stage companies. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on the time frame of these like financial projections. So what you think in the current realities is the perfect time frame to build this projection?
If we're speaking about the early stage, I fully agree with this statement. I had the same mistake when it came to iGaming industry. The guys told me like, let's create the projections for several years ago, and I've created, and it was very well promising and promised hundreds of profits. But in half a year, I've adjusted it fully because I understood that I was fully incorrect. And so, yeah, fully agree with you. For the first year, if it is early stage, there is no traction, there is no numbers. You just created the idea. The first year is crucial. You can probably make it normal. But after first year, you need to adjust for several years. After first years of traction, if you have a good traction, you have, I don't know, 10, 15 clients, if we're speaking about B2B, or some traffic from the users, at least like, I don't know, 10,000 MAU, you already have enough information to create more accurate predictions for year 2, year 3. And then you're just adjusting it, adding additional years from time to time.
Awesome. I love it. So going back to essentials for a sec. So in your experience, what do you think are the most have elements of a compelling pitch deck for early stage startups?
I will talk about iGaming because this is the main stuff here. So there is no possible problem in B2C. So nobody asking for a new brand or a sportsbook, but there is a potential place in the market. So there is no problem, but you need to present your experience firstly. In my stage, if we're speaking about seed round, for example, you need to show your experience. Of course, you need to explain where you worked, what did you do, what the case. So everything you can tell about your team will be a really good adjustment. And the main mistake that everybody is doing, they're making, I've seen for last several months, they're summarizing the experience of all founders, making like, we have 100 years of experience, guys. Please don't do it. It's annoying. Of course, what the market are you going to target? Why are you going to target them? Probably you have experience. Probably your CMO has experience in this market. You have the tall benchmarks because target in Brazil and target in Italy, for example, or I don't know, Spain. It's 3 different approaches, 3 different strategies, and 3 different approaches of the marketing. So you need to fully explain that you are understanding what you're going to do, or probably you have enough connections or payments if you're a platform, for example. So you need to explain how you're going to read this market. Of course, market violation, what the market potential, what the growth. We know these markets as an investment fund. We know most part of the markets. We are using all this data, but we need to understand that as well. You need to show your expertise and knowledge from the beginning. What a lot of projects forget, they don't forget to put how much money they need, but they always forget to ask what they need exactly additionally to the money and what they offer for this money. They just put in, okay, the round is like 5 million. Okay, yeah. 5 million from 5 million or 5 million from 100 million. What depends on what you're proposing. Do you need marketing? Do you need some help? Don't be afraid to ask investors about exactly what do you need exactly. It will help you to find the best investor. I think so. Team, problem, solution, numbers, offer. I think that's all. They're the main things.
Awesome. I think this conversation has been so close to my heart, as this is something which I was doing for the last 8 months, and I was really happy to hear that 99% of your answer were literally aligned with my vision as well. So I found this conversation insanely valuable. Thanks a lot, my friend, and I'm looking forward to chat with you soon.
Thank you a lot, Dmitry. By the way, I didn't know we started it like 8 months together. Thank you a lot.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I was actually looking at it. I think you started it in Jan, and I think I started like pretty much at the same time. So I think it was just like a few days before, and then I started. So I think it's very cool to hear that, we're both on the same journey, and we share our vision in such a crazy aligned manner.
Always pleasure. Thank you a lot.
Thanks a
Have a
lot.
nice day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.